ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Cadmus, right back at you here with some F1 2010 action. This is a career race. I restarted a career in the Lotus, and I forgot to bring in the Bahrain Grand Prix. I kind of only thought about doing this career mode let's play thingamajiggy, if you can even do that with an F1 game, but I guess we'll find out. If you guys like this, I'll struggle through the whole career, at least one season, and take you guys along the ride with Team Lotus, Lotus Racing. Nobody knows. This is just an R&D lap, so you guys get something to look at while I'm introducing this series to you guys here. So we're at Albert Park, right? Melbourne, Australia. I'm taking you on board with a lap with Mark Webber. And that was probably the most horrifyingly bad Australian accent. You might hear I have a pretty weird accent. That's because I'm not an English speaker, not a native English speaker. I am obviously speaking English. So I suck pretty much at reproducing other accents. So don't mind that. Just to set the scene here, of course this is expert mode. Legend AI, no assists, all sims turned on. So just the expert mode, you know, I didn't touch anything else. And so for those who don't know, this is an R&D lap, as I said, research and development. You can live the life in F1 2010 as a race car driver, as a Formula 1 pilot. Driver, I know some people hate it when you say pilot, because it's not actually a plane. So here you're doing research and development to develop your car throughout the season. And you have to like hit a certain target time of what is it here, 1:56. So it's pretty retardedly slow lap that you have to do, and you'll have it anyway. So this gives you upgrades like engine mapping, increased downforce packages, and you know, stuff like that. So I'm planning on taking you throughout the whole GP here. So this is practice. Apparently it started to rain at the end of practice. Didn't know that. Just quit right at the end as soon as I had my R&D done, because this is a track I know pretty well already. So no need to like relearn the track and everything. This is short race weekends. I just can't bear too long in this. I do league races, which are at 75%, but against the AI, it's just too retarded. I can't do like longer races against the AI. They don't pit, and then you get held up in the pits and all that jazz. So this is just 20% races. Still have a pit stop, of course. Need to plan them right in the shorter race distances, or your lollipop guy won't let you go. So here we're going off to the flying lap. Qualifying, first flying lap here. So let me walk you guys through on the lap in Albert Park. I probably should have practiced more because I'm not that fast in the qualifying. Here you get through in fourth. You feather the throttle a bit. You can go flat out, but you'll have some wheel spin. It's good during qualifying, but you want to save your tires a bit. Here, I always find it hard to find the braking point. You'll see this during the race. I just can't seem to find the right braking points at all times at that particular section. Take that in third. Here you're flat out again, a bit of wheel spin also. Your braking point here is that second little marker on the left. Take it in fourth and back full on the throttle. This is a really quick, even though it's sort of a street circuit, it's a really fast freaking circuit. So this one is a very crucial corner here. If you flow nicely through it, you have nice top speed for another set of crucial corners. A very sweeping, fast left-right hander. It's pretty blind. You don't really see the corner well. It's easy to go wide or cut the corners. So it's hard to get that one right consistently. And yeah, this lap's not going to be very spectacular. I think it's 1:30 or something. And I forgot I was on short race weekends. So I thought, oh, this is just Q1. Just need to be in 17th or below, and I'll get through to Q2. But well, you know, you'll see what happens later. So first lap on the options on Albert Park. As I said, use your practice time. If you don't know the circuit well, even if you know it well, just to get back into the jive of the circuit, because it's been a while. I've been training all week on Yas Marina for my league race. So I hadn't played this one for a while, so it's always a bit weird getting back on the track. That's why it's so weird in online races when you have to like jump straight into a race. That's why I like online races when they have qualifying. First off, it like kind of weeds out the bad. You know, they're always the bad are always in the back. Although sometimes they're the rammers, of course, and they just ram you off in the first corner. Another hint: always play no assists races online. Kind of weeds out the bad guys. You know, bad guys usually play with assists on, and if you are hardcore enough to play without any assists, probably means you're a decent racer. And that was a pretty ballsy move, but it's the AI. I can do this. You know, that's something you probably won't pull if you're online, if you're a half decent racer. But you know, the AI is retarded in qualifying. Really great game, but there's so many glaring little issues that are so annoying that it's such a shame Codemasters didn't do a better job in paying attention to details like that. There's one thing that can be called a detail, which you'll see during the races. The fuel sim, the AI not being affected by fuel sim is a humongous oversight for any company that wants to call itself a race game maker, stuff like that. So here, you know, you see these AIs. They seem to be on an out or an in lap, very slow, and then I pass it, and boom, they're starting to chase you. It's like I need to follow him, but luckily I'm fast enough. So I saw I didn't have a good time in qualifying, only 20th, which was pretty poor, even behind truly my teammate. It's another battle you're doing. Battle within the championship is you need to stay ahead of your teammate. So that's a better time, 129. And here, like I said, I thought it was just Q1, so I wasn't going to push harder. Probably could have shaved off more of my time. But I ended up qualifying in 13th, which isn't too bad for a Lotus, of course. You'd think the race engineer would be ecstatic. Good result. It's a freaking Lotus, man. You should be jumping up and down and, I don't know, kissing girls and getting half naked. So here we are, start of the race, P13 on the Lotus. Taking a quick sip here. So I actually get off to a pretty decent start. But here you see the fuel sim not affecting. I think I do a pretty good start here, but I'm still getting past. Luckily, they're all really slow in that first corner here for some reason. Usually they aren't that slow there. So I pick up a spot, 2 spots actually. I'm P11 behind Petrov, who is retardedly fast in this game and never crashes. This ain't realistic. So I'm trying to race as clean as I can here. You know, as if I'm racing online. It's possible racing clean against the AI. It's just very hard. Like on some corners, they're so slow. It's, you know, you just run into them like crazy. This circuit, it's especially bad on, well, you see on that fast sweeper on the bar near the end of the circuit. There, it's ridiculously slow. I think I make up a spot pretty much every time I pass there. So we're in P12, still made up 1 spot for the start, so not that bad. Really thirsty. So that 20% race is only 12 laps. So, you know, you can take this much faster, but, you know, to prevent like slamming to their asses, here, it's not a very clean pass. But, you know, shouldn't be going that slow. It's like reckless endangerment or something. So I get 1 position up, and I'm pretty much going to keep doing this the whole race, you know, just following, because they're not that easy to pass on the rest of the track. They're just so uber slow on that last part. Another oversight by Codemasters. They really like paying attention to details. It's like, give this game an extra week or 2 in development to just sort out these details. And that's why you do a beta, people. That's why you do a beta. All the Q&A testers you need, the raucous crowds, they would have weeded out a lot of these issues that still exist within the game, and which CM refuses to patch. Now, I want to make this into one huge hate rant. It's a missed opportunity in a lot of occasions. It does somehow, weirdly enough, instill me with confidence. Here, by the way, I schooled Petrov. Stupid Russian pay driver. And on Kubika's tail. But to continue my little rant, and this is going to be the end of my ranting on Codemasters, unless I get pit stop bugged or something. It's really a shame, you know, but like I said, it's weirdly enough instilling me with confidence that 2011 is going to be an awesome game. because, well, they're not gonna patch this game anymore, let's face it. So 2011 is in a way going to be a patch. Ooh, nice pass on Kubica. Is in a way going to be a patch, but it is probably going to incorporate a lot of these criticisms the community have done. Is this a fair way to deal with a community? Of course not. They can't treat people that pay top dollar for a game, because this game was pretty expensive when it came out. I'm on PC, luckily, so it's a bit less expensive for me. And like 2 months after it released, or a month after it released, you already had 30% off, but I was dumb enough to buy it like the day it got out or something. So yeah, missed opportunities, not very fair to your customer base, but still I'm thinking 2011 is going to be an awesome game and I'm going to get it. We are like sheep, we are dumb, we're stupid. But I think 2011 is going to be a corker. If they take into account the comments given by the community now, oh my god, it's going to be awesome. Unfair way to deal with your community, using them as beta testers while still making them pay top dollar. But if the end result is there, we're probably all going to forgive them if we see 2011. It's awesome! So back to this race here, end of my rant. I'm behind Schumacher, and I'm always a bit cautious when I'm behind Schumacher, because he does some weird stuff in game. It's like they coded him to be a badass asshole, Rubens Barrichello, drive you into the wall kind of dude. I think I even bump into him at some point, because he like brakes at a very weird place, like brake tests me. I don't know, they did seem to map some sort of different behaviors in AI cars. They made Schumacher a crazy ass motherfucker. But no biggie here. I was afraid I was going to get a penalty here for passing, corner cutting, but I just cut the corner enough, but not too much. So I get that pass. So I'm up to P8 already while I'm ranting. Third lap. Of course, since I was out of the top 10, this allowed me to start on the primes. Which is going to play a big role in strategy. Here you see Button already pitting for his options. And 20% races on Albert Park. You pit it at around lap 4 if you're on options. And so a lot of my competition is pitting on the next lap, actually. Button pitted early. And, you know, in this game, in career mode, the ones that pit early always lose. You know, it's the ones that pit late that always make up positions here in career mode. And again, I'm having trouble finding my breaking point. I'm too cautious here, but it's better to be too cautious than to find yourself in the gravel there. So, you know, that just shows I should have practiced more. Still having a good result here. I mean, there's a Lotus running in 6th, you know, up from P13 after 4 laps. So yeah, AI, Legend AI is not so legendary on most tracks. Actually, it's only on Catalunya in Spain where they're too good. But the rest of the tracks, there's some tracks where they're well balanced. But there's pretty much always one corner where they are retardedly slow, which is why I'm waiting on this mod of the race department forums. Awesome forums if you don't know those yet. Racedepartment.com has awesome topics. They have racing leagues, time trial competitions, and setups and everything. And of course mods. It's the place to be for mods. And they have this slow corner fix mod. It's a huge mod for every track, every corner, looking at it, seeing where are the AI too slow, how can we make them more competitive, and they're fixing the speed through those corners. It's still a work in progress. I understand it's a huge work. I'm not involved in it myself. I want to make that clear. All the props to the guys working on it, and when it's released, man, it's going to be awesome sauce. And then I'm going to install it. Don't have any mods installed except for this cockpit cam thing. I think it's Reaper's cockpit cam, race department modder. And so you see this look to Apex effect. It makes the cockpit cam so nice to drive, so smooth, so realistic too. I mean, you're like, you know, bending your head, you know, looking into the corner. Helps you hitting all the apexes you need if you're, you know, half competent and don't suck. Because of course I'm missing apexes at some points. So here I'm thinking, hey, this race is going well. Everybody's pitting. I'm in 3rd position. Weber hasn't pitted yet. It's 10 seconds for me. I've been keeping him at 10 seconds for a while now, so he's not running away. And Rosberg is really gunning it, though. Rosberg is pretty good in this game. He's pretty good in real life, too, of course. But in this game, man, this dude always does pretty good results. And I can't seem to catch him up. I don't think he has pitted yet either. So I'm going to find myself in 1st position. So I know I need to pull out a couple corker laps here if I want to be in play for the victory on Albert Park, my maiden victory in this season with the Lotus. Since, yeah, I messed up in Bahrain and only came second, because the first couple of Grand Prix, the AI, even Legend AI, are just too retardedly slow, let's be honest. So here, Rosberg and Webber in the pits, and I'm taking the lead. So here I know I need to make some good laps. I have Webber around 5 seconds, 6 seconds behind me. So I need to make a bigger gap if I want to keep my lead. I think pit stops take like what? Well, he was 10 seconds ahead, now he's 5 behind, so it took about 15 seconds. So it's maybe a bit optimistic to think I could leave Webber behind in the pit stops, but then I could probably take him when I'm on the options in the end. So it's still very important to gun it, you know, and I'm not really gunning it here. Primes should still be okay. I think I'm just not driving too well here. This is alright though. I'm not making any big mistakes, no spins or anything all through the race, so that's the most important part. I mean, you can be half a second a lap faster, but then have one spin in the race costing you like 5 seconds, and it wouldn't have mattered. So you're better to like have a little margin of security and have good lap times than to really ride on the limit that the whole time. A race, like you see this a lot in online races too. A race isn't won in the first corner. You don't have to push the whole damn race. You just need to pace yourself, you know. Make sure you have a good race pace, competitive lap times, but you do not have to put in qualifying lap after qualifying lap on the somewhat longerish distances. If it's a 3-lap race, which by the way I never do because it's full of rammers, then of course, yeah, you need to do 3 quality laps. But otherwise, you know, you just need to pace yourself. So here I gained a good 2 seconds on Webber on that lap, so it's looking good for me here. I have the prime starting to fall away though. You saw that on the right in the HUD. You saw that little tire. Here they go. Both my rear tires are yellowish, so that means they are coming off slowly. But yellow tires, you can still drive on it, but you definitely notice the grip lacking, and they get yellow pretty fast because I'm just not careful enough on the throttle here. I just want to get on it, you know, yeehaw, go for it. But yeah, you know, they're still gonna hold up all right. Now the left front going yellow, and I'm keeping my eye on Webber. Alonso somehow made it in the third, missed the eyebrows, and the Crash Kid, aka World Champion, Vettel in fourth. So that's a corner cutting. Here I'm on the road to do a better lap, but Webber's gunning it too because he's knocking down my lead. So here I'm thinking, okay, Webber's starting to catch me up. I have a decent lead now. I should probably pit now, shouldn't I? So this is a bit of a strategy decision. Do I stay out one more lap, or do I pit now? And, you know, because I'm concentrating on this, I make an error here. So, yeah, figured I'd pit. So, yeah, I lose a lot of my lead here. So this is all automatic. I was pretty close here to missing the limiter line. And here is where I am going to lose the race win. I forget to brake. Damn it. Plus, how is he so slow? I mean, come on. What are these other guys doing? Help push me back. Seriously, it's 8 seconds before. I didn't overshoot it that much. So this is a horrible pit stop. 12 seconds. I dropped down behind some traffic and everything. It's quite horrible bad. If I hadn't had that pit stop, I would have at least came ahead of those guys. So I'm in P9 now. So that was a pretty horrendous pit stop. Sure, I could have come out in like P4 or something. On the options now, of course, on a light car, so I am gonna be lightning fast. Well, at least that is the plan. Luckily, they're all pretty close together. Again, shows how fucked up my pit stop was. If it had been... Oh, that's where I bumped into Schumacher. I don't know why the hell he was braking there. Usually AI aren't that slow around there. But, you know, my turn to push him in the grass. Like I said, I'm trying to run clean here, but sometimes with the AI, they're just so unpredictable. When you're playing against good sim racers, you know where they're gonna brake. You can really hang on their ass, because good sim racers, they brake at the same point, at the same time, pretty much everywhere, unless, you know, they try to pass you, and they try to brake a bit later or stuff. But in general, you know, human players are much more predictable than the AI. Here again, bump into him because he's just so damn slow. I get a corner cutting warning. Luckily, I just passed him, I think. Di Grassi somehow found his place into 6th. in the Virgin. That's the first. So yeah, big woot. Talking about Virgin, there's a Belgian. I'm Belgian, by the way. A Belgian compatriot of mine, D'Ambrosio, who is going to race for Virgin, taking that fool Degrassi's place next year. So really psyched about that. First Belgian in 16 years in Formula One, and the last one wasn't very impressive. One before that, Thierry Boutsen, he was pretty good. He had like a race win or two, I think. A couple podiums. Drove for Benetton in the early days, the pre-Michael Schumacher days and shit. It was like, I don't know, mid 80s I think he ran, mid to late 80s, something like that. So here up to P6 again. I'm still chuffed about, no, not chuffed. How do you Brits say that? I'm just gonna say it the American way. Pissed about that missed pit stop, because that's seriously what's costing me the win here. I'm still gonna pick up good points, and Lotus is gonna be ecstatic, of course. But I should have probably just taken the win if I hadn't messed up my pit stop. But you know, I'm gonna do this really expert mode, sim mode. You know, I'm not gonna do any race restarts. You know, or if I mess up the pit stop, I mess up the pit stop. It's what happens. You know, real shit. If I get punctures, I'll get punctures. And again, a warning because Massa wasn't leaving me in a room, or Petrov. What the hell was that? I don't know. Yeah, it must have been Petrov. It wasn't leaving me any room, so I had to cut the corner here. Oh, it must have been Massa. Yeah, it was Massa. I am faster than you, man. This is going to be a recurring joke if I see Massa a lot on track. And now Rosberg back ahead of me. Curious to see what Rosberg's going to do in 2011. I think he's going to have a corker of a year. Although, you said it here, Button for World Champion 2011. Yes, Button, not Hamilton. So here I'm putting in some good laps. 130. Beat my PB in this race by half a second. No, in this race, I mean, of course. So I'm getting in here. I got 2 more laps to catch Rosberg, and whoever's out in front is probably the Crash Kid and Mr. Eyebrows. So yeah, like I said, I'm thinking, you know, it's pretty controversial maybe, but I'm thinking Button has got a good chance to become WDC in 2011, because there's this whole tire dimension thing. You know, there's the new Pirelli tires, and apparently they're making them a lot more fragile in a way than the Bridgestones. You know, they're gonna be falling, especially the softs are gonna be falling way much easier. And Button's just one of those drivers who's super smooth, and he knows how to preserve a tire. And I think this is gonna be key if McLaren here again corner cutting. But again, you see most, if not all, of my passes in this game come in that super slow sector where the AI is just retarded. But yeah, I'm thinking Button's got a good chance next year, provided McLaren have a competitive car, which I hope they do. I'm a McLaren fan. I'll agree. I'm not a horrible fanboy in that I hate Mr. Eyebrows or anything. I don't particularly like him, but I respect him as a driver. Damn, Alonso's a damn quick driver. That's for sure. And the Red Bulls, yeah, you know, neither of their drivers really does it for me. I was a big Hamilton fan, but then I've been watching these videos on the, I think it's the Vodafone website, strangely enough, not McLaren, maybe, you know, YouTube channels, and they have these really great, you know, scenes with Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton, and you see they have pretty good chemistry, and Button's just such a nice dude. I mean, I saw the onboard, the recap of the races on Formula1.com. They have these official race recaps, which are really well done. You can watch them for free. All you need to do is register on the site. Seriously, I recommend you guys do it. There's also a great guy, I've subscribed to him, Mr. Formula 1 on board. He makes awesome race edits as well. But what I'm talking about is, where was it? Turkey, I think? You know, with the whole Vettel-Weber incident, but also, you know, good little battle between Lewis and Jenson, wheel to wheel, and then Jenson passing Lewis, and Lewis passing him again, and you know, you think, oh my God, this is gonna hit the fan, but you hear the onboard of Lewis Hamilton, of Jenson Button, saying, oh my God, great race, guys, can't believe the car feels so great. And, you know, he came second behind Lewis, and kind of had to yield, not really, but you know. You would think there would be some bad blood, but he finishes his onboard like right after the race. He's like, you know, thank you guys, and props to Lewis for the victory and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking Button's a great guy. Didn't really like him until the off season this year, actually. So while I'm ranting about Formula One, we're in the last lap here, and I'm still in P4. Huh, that's weird. I remember being higher up this race, but strangely enough, the options just don't work for me well enough. Thought I was doing some decent laps, but there's a silly catch-up mechanic or something. Makes the AI race faster when you're close to them. So it looks like here I'm gonna have to settle for 4th. In the Lotus, it's not that bad, but I really should have won this race. Without that messed up pit stop, I would have at least had a podium position. That's for sure. You see the options did go away from me. I pitted a lap earlier than my strategy predicted. Still doing pretty fast-ish lap. 130 isn't that spectacular. But you see the options are turning orange now. And then you really start feeling the lack of grip after a little while. When they're turning orange, it's pretty bad. But, you know, last lap, I know I can't pass Hamilton anymore. So, you know, I guess I'm resigned, sticking 4th spot. Like I said, I'm not restarting races or anything, you know, just going with the flow. And 4th position for the Lotus. And let's see how ecstatic my race engineer is. Not very. Come on. Be ecstatic.
Congratulations, that's a well-deserved 4th.
Yeah, that's how I would react if I was a Lotus race engineer. My guy came in 4th and is 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. But, you know, another point to work on. Codemasters. Okay, no, I said I wasn't going to rant. So this here is the reputation point system. You know, reputation points. I got to level 5 here. And this will work out with the contracts later. Interviews as well. I'm going to explain this in later episodes. Here you have an interview post-race if you do good enough. So you can slag off your team, or you can praise them, or you can be neutral. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little race here. And let me know if you want more. And, well, if you do, you'll see more. So for now, peace out, guys.